Hello, my name is Jill Pangle. I am lead facilitator of special programs in Jefferson County Schools. I have been with Jefferson County starting my 21st year. I have been a Ukeru user for 10 years and I became a trainer in 2016, so 9 years as a trainer. Ukeru has had a vast impact in my life. I happen to be the mother of 2 adoptive children that came from significant trauma. I'm probably a little bit unique in that I use Ukeru 24/7. I use it in my home to maintain safety with my now 19-year-old son. He had a tendency to be pretty aggressive, and I really provide a lot of accolades to Ukeru for keeping my son out of a juvenile detention center or a facility of some sort, and for keeping all of us in the house safe. But I also have utilized it in the school setting with students, and then of course as a trainer. So it's just, I kind of feel like I live the Ukeru path. So Jefferson County started utilizing Ukeru, I believe in 2015. We brought it into the county because we were seeing a significant increase of restraints, and our director at the time knew that that was not a positive path for our students or our staff. And so we wanted something that was going to be better and more supportive to our students. We started out just utilizing the program within our special education classrooms, and we started just pretty small. We had an autism classroom that we utilized in 2 different schools, and so that's where the program started. We then transitioned, as we became more familiar with the program and more comfortable with it, we transitioned into all of our special education programs. And now we are to the point where we train transportation, we train general educators, we train all of our staff, administrators, nurses, everyone can get trained. Since we've implemented Ukeru, it has been amazing to see, especially general educators, come up to me and say, why doesn't everybody have this training? Why aren't we doing this? My response to them is, I don't know, you tell me. Let's make it happen. My favorite thing about being a Ukeru trainer is seeing the aha moment of staff when the light clicks for them, when they realize that they don't have to have a hard thumb on something, but they can respond in a compassionate way, they can think differently. I just really like seeing educators change their path in the classroom. And I really enjoy just seeing students and teachers build a better relationship. So transportation staff are an interesting, they have an interesting job, a job that I would never want to do. They see students at some of the most difficult times. They get to greet a student and they say goodbye to the student. They're the first and last face they see for a school setting. But they also see students when they're at their worst sometimes. Maybe they're separating from a parent that they don't want to separate from. Maybe they are coming off of a really long day at school. And so I think transportation staff needs to have this training so that they can have an understanding of how to respond more compassionately in a way that is supportive to the student. And that creates a lot of a larger safety setting for our students then. I think my biggest tip for teachers and what I tell them in a training is, first thing I want you to do, if you take nothing else out from this training, is to think about how you create a relationship and a bond with a student and nurture that. Take that and be that one thing that you really focus on this school year. Create a relationship. But I also tell them, don't forget, you are also a human and we will make mistakes. I live and breathe Ukeru at home and at school, and every day I will walk out saying, oh, I shouldn't have said that to my son. You know, we are humans and we have to also grant ourselves grace. So don't expect that you're going to walk out and do it perfect. Expect that you're going to walk out, make a mistake, and learn from that mistake. 3 words I would utilize to describe Ukeru: compassion. Compassion is, I think, probably number 1. I would also say relationships would be another big one. And then authentic, that it is real, because it allows you to meet the person where they really are and you're not forcing them to move to a different thing. You're letting them be their authentic selves. I just really love this program. It hooked me from the moment I became that certified user. I was just kind of, all of my light bulbs went off, and it was really easy for me to transition my mindset into that. And I wish more people would just quickly buy into it and implement it because I think our world would be a much nicer place.